Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, Trevorites, lovers and haters. Thank you very much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Well, apologise, yesterday wasn't feeling the best. I have been to the doctors, and had stuff to do with antispasms in my neck and stuff, so it's not 100%, but it's getting there. Yes. And I've had a few people contact me, and I get that. I do appreciate people's support. I had someone send me an email this morning saying, Trevor, why don't you monetize your content on YouTube? I didn't want to respond. I just felt like reaching through Hotmail and strangling the person. But there we go. Also, I've just had to go and, can't show you the ticket, but I've just had to go and post something for my son. And there's a receipt. Because my son decided to sell online one of his Hot Wheels cars. He was so excited. I went, Dad, I've sold something online. It's brilliant. What did you sell? I sold one of my cars, Hot Wheel, for £1. You've sold it for £1. Okay. Well done on selling something online, son, but you realise it's going to cost more than £1 to send it because you didn't ask for postage and packaging. So it's a learning curve for him. I've made sure it's posted for him. But, yeah. What else did I get this morning? Yes, woke up to an email. Can't tell you what school it is. It's probably across the board. Got an email from my son's school saying, hi, just to let you know there is mental health workshops to help parents deal with their children at school. I'm going to be honest, I read it. I felt steam coming out my ears. And I just thought, wow, what a brass neck of hypocrisy coming from the school. I'm going to be honest, shouldn't have responded, but I did. I responded to the school by saying, thank you very much for your email. I understand how mental health works and the best ways to mitigate mental health. The emails you're sending out don't necessarily involve parents, but what you should be doing is maybe speaking to your staff in school, because a lot of things that do affect children's mental health at school is 1, the lockdowns, 2, the teachers' strikes, 3, the teacher training days, 4, the fact your heating keeps breaking down, 5, the fact that you have no hot water at least twice a month, and all these days off school that children are having, which is then affecting the parents that need to find either someone to look after the child or take days off work, which means they lose money, which means they can't buy the children stuff that they need because they're having to lose money each month. So maybe rather than send out a lovely safeguarding children's mental health email to the parents, maybe you should sit down and decide that your actions in school carried out by teachers are affecting the mental health of children. Look in, not out. So I responded, it's gone. We'll see how they respond to that. If teachers would like a lesson on mental health and how to maybe adapt and make decisions prior to actually the actions they carry out, then I'm happy to attend. But there we go. What else is happening? Yes, an individual who used to be a member of the royal family is taking the papers, who's in court with the papers, demanding privacy, but then having it filmed for his Netflix documentary that he needs to show the world, that he needs to film everything he does to show the world that he needs privacy. The world's biggest hypocrite comes to mind. Anyway, there's that happening. And there's also something which is happening right now, which I find completely amazing. Now, it's taken many years to get to this stage with the UK, especially when the United Kingdom voted to leave the European Union. We didn't vote to leave Europe. Europe's wonderful. We voted to leave the EU. But guess what? We are now on the brink of a trans-Pacific trade deal worth over £8 trillion. And this means while we were in the EU, we weren't able to do this because we were in the European Union. And we had certain things to stick with, and we couldn't cross certain lines, and we couldn't cut certain tape. We had to stick within what we were told. Yes, exactly, what we were told. But now we are on the brink of this, where we can have trades deal with Japan, Australia, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, and Singapore. All of them we weren't able to have while we were part of the European Union. So well done to those that did vote to leave. £8 trillion is actually phenomenal. Phenomenal. Comment below. Other thing, there's now in the papers and it's now in the media, it's well known, I'll put a link in the description, about Philip Schofield's brother. I read today that Philip Schofield was shocked when his brother told him that he watched pornographic movies with his alleged victim. Alleged, by the way, not saying it happened. Quite shocking if this is all true. It really is. But I'm going to be honest, it doesn't necessarily, in fact it doesn't. Let's draw a line over this. Just because Philip Schofield's brother did something, it should not actually have anything to do with Philip Schofield. It's just a shame that because Philip Schofield is a big presence on TV and this guy's linked to him through family, it now highlights things. It's a shame. It's a bit like Bin Laden, actually. And I will explain this because I had this conversation with Rob O'Neill. Rob O'Neill is the US Navy SEAL who killed Bin Laden. I had this chat with Rob. Bin Laden, Osama, was the black sheep of the family. He hated the West. He had an idea how he wanted to change things through terrorism, through extortion, through whatever it may be. And he was not part of the family, and he used family money to go on his terror campaign. But I don't think anyone's ever mentioned this before, but I'm going to give you now a little exclusive. I sat down with Rob O'Neill and we had a chat last week. And I can tell you now that Osama bin Laden's sister actually had a chat with Rob O'Neill and said to Rob O'Neill, listen, we understand what you did. You carried out for your country. We understand the threat our brother was. We have no grudges with you. And we wish you all the best. And that was a conversation between Osama bin Laden's sister and Rob O'Neill. So don't, just because some person in your family can be an ass, don't necessarily tar everyone else with the same brush, okay? And the last thing I'm going to mention now is Paul O'Grady. Quite sad to see Paul O'Grady pass away. I first seen him when he was Lily Savage, actually, many years ago, and thought he was very entertaining. And it's a shame because he did a lot for dogs. He did a lot for Battersea Dog Home. He loved animals, and I'm sure he'll be missed with his fundraising and everything else he does to highlight pet cruelty, but also highlight people love their dogs. Well, that's it for me today. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for keeping with the channel. It means a lot. Take care and stay safe.